Thank you for letting us share this presentation with you guys today. This group consists of Harrison, Crosby, Maya, and Isaac, and we're going to talk about a very important topic right now that's been circulating around the business world, and that is the benefits of improving the workplace and the things that you can do to help make the workplace a better place, and help people want to love their jobs more. And so, the things that we really want to accomplish today, basic is the benefits of improving the workplace. So the things that we can, what makes it important to have a good place to work and improvement in the workplace. And we're going to talk about what things you can do to improve the workplace. So different things as a company that you can do to help people like their place more that they work at and have a better culture and environment and setting. And then we're going to show some examples of different companies that have done this, improve their environment in the workplace, and how they've been able to really thrive in their industries and compared to other companies that don't seem to have a great setting. Now, we've all had jobs in the past, or currently have jobs possibly, where we don't really feel the culture's there. We don't really feel motivated to work, and we don't really feel like it's just a dead end job that we're not happy to be at. We wake up every morning, we dread going to work. All we want to do is just go home. And no one should ever have to work like that. That's not the whole purpose, right? We want to be able to make money at what we do, but also enjoy what we do so that we can, find satisfaction in our life and find happiness as well. And so me currently, I've had jobs in the past where I've done the same thing, where I just wake up and I'm like, I do not want to go to work today. Whether it's your boss isn't super motivating, the boss doesn't really have a very good environment, the culture is just not there. And so that's why it's important that we're going to show you today why it is important to have a better environment. So according to an article we read in the Business Inside edition, it said this quote that said, creating a positive work environment more deeply motivates and engages your employees, leading to higher job satisfaction and employee retention within your organization. And so I know that to be true. I think that quote is right on the money, that a positive work environment is going to deeply motivate people and help people be more engaged in their work and have more quality work compared to a company that doesn't quite motivate people. So how many of you feel like you're motivated and productive while working? That's a great question to ask, and obviously it's going to be a mixed hands, as we can see that a lot of people don't feel like they're motivated. So that's why we're going to talk about that today, and we'll have Crosby show us the benefits of improving the workplace.
Thanks, Harrison. I'll take over from here to talk about our benefits of improving the workplace. Some of the benefits that you can see from improving your workplace in general would be recognition and a place of belonging, that your employees feel welcome in such a company. Well, it doesn't matter what type of company you're running, from maybe an HR to construction. As long as you care for your employees, they are going to feel recognized and that they belong at your company. If you don't, they're never going to feel welcome. One of the big things would be enjoyment of going to work, that your employees feel ready and up to the challenge every day to give it your all. Because at the end of the day, you want your employees to care about your company. And if you want them to care about your company, you have to care about them. And that is some of the benefits that you automatically get from improving the workplace. Other things that help are going to be better health for your employees, that they don't have as much stress and the bad stress, not the good stress, but they feel a safe and healthy workplace is essential to make sure that they feel welcome not only in your company, but when they go home, they feel relieved and they feel safe but healthy. And that's a huge benefit for not only you being the liable one, especially during those work hours, you are liable for their safety, but also when they go home, that you know that you're going to get the best out of them. And that to me is a huge thing about place of belonging. I work at a company that I feel so comfortable to be at. And there's no better feeling. There's no better feeling to go to work every single day with a self pride and working for that brand. As you can see on this chart, one of the biggest thing in the United States is turnover rate. Turnover rate's huge. A lot of people are leaving because other companies are not even offering them better benefits, but just more money. And you know how you stop that? It's not about paying them more. It's about getting them into a place that they feel welcome to and that they feel is safe and a place of belonging. I know that I do. I've felt that. I felt that in my company with 2 other job offers with more money. But I didn't leave because obviously it was the way that my work lets me be. And that to me is the greatest thing that an employer can do, is not just give me money, but let me enjoy it. I had a friend that loved our company, but he went after more money, and he texted me the other night and said, I miss our company. Yeah, it's more money, but I miss it. And that's what we're trying to stop here. You're trying to have employees care about your work as much as you care. And if you can invest in them, you will see less of a turnover rate and the other benefits that I talked about. And we're going to show you how. In these next couple slides, we're not going to just show you what to do, but other companies and examples of it. And I hope you enjoy that.
Hello everybody, my name is Mia and today I will show you guys some practical ways to improve the office or your workplace. Our surrounding and the workplace environment has a big impact on our state of mind, so the vibe of the workplace is dependent on a lot of many factors like the design, the colors and the lighting and the company's values. So to have a positive work environment, it ensures that the employees don't have to leave their heart at home when they are at work, and that they can build a positive, healthy relationship with the workplace. So today I will be talking about how to rethink the design of your office, the color and the lighting of the office, to nurture a good company value, promote wellness at the workplace, have leverage technology, embrace diversity, and have a healthy work-life balance. The design of the workplace matters much more than we often give it credit for. A modern workplace design must have a blend of comforts and styles, and it speaks volumes about the company's values, and the working styles. And it is also give the first impressions of the company when anybody that entering your office will have. The primary focus on the design should be about comfort. Your employees and you are spending a huge chunk of your time in this space creating and working, so comfort should always be the primary criteria when you are designing your office. So by making sure you offer proper amenities like having comfortable furniture, have a good washroom, a good kitchen, a leisure, nap, smoke rooms, anything is also little steps that you can take to bring extra comfort to your workstation, to your workplace. And rather than having your employees being stuck at one place, it is also great to offer some co-working spaces within the organization where employees can work alone or work in teams just to change up the usual settings. Colors really impact our mood, so our surrounding, the physical surrounding, like the walls, the ceilings, the lightnings really have a great impact on the mood of a workplace environment. So the office should be well lit, and by having appropriate lighting without glare or shadow, it can also prevent fatigues and headaches among your employees. It is also preferable to have ambient daylight entering certain areas of the office space. So for example, blue and green is often associated with creativity, and red is often associated with concentration. So just by adding a little elements that have these color around your office space can also boost the efficiencies and the productivity of your employees when they are at work. How the company runs internally also has a big impact on our workplace environment. So, to build a healthy company culture, it requires the participation of all members at various levels of the organizations. So, employers and managers must demonstrate and encourage values that nurture the growth of their employees and motivate them to deliver their best. And companies should focus more on creating a collaborative work environment that facilitate robust communication and constructive feedback. And the norms of the company should be flexible when it needs to be, but at the same time be well defined and be well accepted. Next, I am going to talk about how to promote wellness in your office space. The health of your employees is largely related to the condition and the offerings of the companies, and companies often feel like there's very little thing that they can do about it, but it is not very much that way. Once they start prioritize wellness, just some small changes in the office space can result some great benefits. And if you don't know where to start, here's some starting questions. If these questions are not enough, you can definitely have just a small survey in your company to understand more about the various health issues in your office, and then you can make changes according to that. And you can even take just small steps like start having walking meetings, having standing desks, or offer some nutritional breakfast to employees. Just some little changes can really have a big impact on your employees' well-being. Technology has come a long way since it has started, and many businesses right now are relying extensively on technology. So only when organizations offer the best tools, their employees then can deliver the best results. And when they are not given access to the best tools and not given the opportunity to implement best practices, they feel demotivated and often feel frustrated at work. And moreover, the availability of technologies is directly related to innovation, creativity, and job efficiency, so it is important for the personal and professional development of the employees. And following up with technology, with the emergence of digital media, more and more businesses are moving toward becoming global entities. And to have a global identity, it is essential that the workforce is diverse and inclusive. And when people from different regions and ethnicities and traditions and social structure come together, they bring new and unique ideas to the table. They offer a fresh perspective to matters and more ways to solve problems. So therefore, bringing diversity to the workplace is not just a quota to be fulfilled or a trend to be followed. Diversity helps you in building a solid work cultures and help the business in the long term. And the last thing I am going to talk about today is to have a healthy work-life balance. And work-life balance has become the topmost criteria for job seekers and the top agenda for employee engagement practitioners. And work-life balance can come into place in various ways. It can be having flexible office hours, have more vacation time, have work from home options. There are many, many ways. An organization should also adopt a work environment that helps the employees achieve a healthy work-life balance even during office hours. And you should also ensure that there is a good amount of fun in the work atmospheres also.
Okay, now let's talk about a few stats about productivity in the workplace. So as you can see on the screen, most employees are only productive for about 3 hours a day. Wow. That means they're wasting more than half of their day at work. But if your employee is a little more productive, on average, there's a huge increase in profits of more than 20%, and more than 40% of employees report that stress harms their productivity. Wow, a 20% increase in profits is huge, and that comes from just a little bit more productivity. So now let me share a story of when I saw firsthand how productivity in the workplace can be affected by small changes and acts. So I worked at a small wood shop that built wooden boxes. I know that sounds very exciting, but it was actually a very intense job. We would build more than 1,000 boxes every single day. The hours were often long and hard, and there were times when you could tell that workers were losing energy and motivation to keep building at a fast pace. or to stay productive. But to counteract that, our boss gave us a 30-minute paid-for break that we could take whenever we chose. I remember every time I came back from my break, I felt much more energized and ready to work. And on top of that, our boss would randomly give out awards of gift cards or a $20 bill to the people he noticed were working hard and fast. This gave us more incentive to work hard and helped us have the energy to do so because of the break. Overall, we were able to build 50 to 100 more boxes a day because of this. And this would lead to more than 60 to 100,000 more dollars made each year because of a simple positive change made in the workplace to make it more comfortable for the workers. This shows just how a small change in the workplace can make big differences for the employee and the business. Imagine if employees were productive not only for 3 hours during the day, but for 5 or 6, and how much happier would employees be if there was something in the office to help them reduce and manage their stress so they could work more efficiently. There are countless things that can be done to make work a more fulfilling and comfortable experience for workers, and this will lead to much happier and productive employees.
Hope you enjoy that. Thanks, Isaac. I'll take it from here. Just to touch on a few things that we talked about today. First, my colleagues were great to be the ones to discuss this. And those are the benefits of improving the workplace. I talked about lessening the turnover rate, making sure that you keep employees longer. Then Mia talking about the things that you can do to improve the workplace. And lastly, what Isaac did about statistical facts on how efficiency and how you can make your employees care more about your company. I know that it is important not only know where you're at right now, but where you want to go. And seeing some examples, like Isaac talked about, to help you commit to this. I know that if you commit to this and try just one thing, it will help your company as well as your employees. I know that it has me, as well as countless other coworkers that I know of. And so tonight we want to talk about and your call to action. And that is simply to contemplate. Think of someone that is an entry-level job. Think of us. Think what we would want as an employee, or you would want if you were in our position. And then make one step to improve the workplace. One thing that you'd want as an employee, but you have the chance as the employer to change. That's all that we ask. And we know that you will see things become different. Less of a turnover rate. Up in efficiency. Employees that want to be at work. And employees that care. Because that's all that you want as an employer, is employees that care as much as you do for your company. And I promise you will get that if you follow these steps. It is important to listen to the people that you employ. And I promise this is just the simplest way to do it, is just think in our shoes tonight and then go and do it. Thank you and have a good night.